It's Maths Made Easy with Kingsley. Now we have a question on the board that says, change 5 whole number 3/8 to decimal. Now there are various ways this question can be solved. I'm going to explain 2 of them. Alright, so let's start with the first method. Solution. Number 1. 5 whole number 3/8. We want to change it to decimal. So we say 5 plus 3/8. Now, we have to change the 3/8 to decimal. Okay? So, how do we do this? 3/8 equals to rule a line 3, 8 times. Now, I'm going to think about a number that I'm going to multiply with 8 to make it either 10 or 100 or 1000. Now, there's no number that I can use to multiply with 8. There's no whole number that I can use to multiply with 8 to give me 10. Neither is there a whole number I can use to multiply with 8 to give me 100. However, I can multiply 125 with 8 to give me 1000. Alright? So, I put 125 down here. Since I have multiplied 125 with 8, the denominator, I'm also going to use the same number to multiply the numerator. 125. Now, by the time I multiply 125 with 8, like I said earlier, I will get 1000. Now, what happens when I multiply 125 with 3? Let's quickly do that. 125 multiplied by 3. So 3 times 5 is 50. Write down 5, carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And then 3 times 1 is what? 3. So I'm getting 375. Is that clear? Now, like I said, if you have your denominator as 10 or 100 or 1000, you can easily change a fraction to decimal. Is that clear? So since we have a denominator as 1000, we can render this fraction as decimal with ease. I will cancel the zeros. 1, 2, 3. And then my point comes there and I move 1, 2, 3. Remember what I told you, that behind every whole number there's a decimal. So there's a decimal, an invisible decimal behind 375. I move these 3 times. 1, 2, 3, because I cancelled 3 zeros. As a result, my answer will be 0.375. Now, whenever there's no number in front of the point, we put a 0 there. So my answer is 0.375. Is that clear? Now, it is not for every fraction. It is not for every fraction that you can easily change the denominator to 10 or 100 or 1000. Is that clear? It's not for every denominator that you can multiply with a number to make it 10, 100 or 1000. Take for instance, if your denominator happens to be a number like 3 or 7 or 9, there is no whole number you will multiply with those figures 3, 7, 9 to give you either 10 or 100 or 1000. So for those kind of fractions with such denominators, the second method that I'm going to show you will work for it. Now let's use the second method. 3 over 8 equals to, I will draw my long division line, my long division sign. Now, the number of the numerator stays inside and the denominator stays outside. Please take note of that. It's not a matter of big number staying inside, small number staying outside. It's a matter of the numerator being inside and the denominator being outside, whether it is bigger or smaller than the number you are comparing. Do you understand? All right, so now 8 cannot go in 3, so we add 0. As we are adding 0 here, we put 0 point. Do you get it? 8 cannot go in 3, so we added 0 to make it 30. As we are adding 0, we are putting 0 point. Now 8 in 30 is 3. 3 times 8 is what? 24. You minus, you are having 6. Do you get that? Now 8 cannot go in 6 because 8 is bigger than 6. So we add 0 here. Now 8 in 6. 8 in 60 is 7. 7 times 8 is 56. You minus, you draw your line and subtract. Do you understand? 60 minus 56. If you minus well, you get 4. Do you get it? Now 8 cannot go in 4 because 8 is bigger than 4. So what do we do again? We add 0. Now 40 divided by 8, or 8 in 40, gives us 5. 5 times 8 is 40. When you minus, you are having 0, 0. Now this method works for any fraction. Any fraction, this method works. It is not compulsory that when you subtract, you must end with zeros. There are some fractions that when you subtract, you still get a number that you can add 0 to and keep dividing. But the ideal thing is this: once you are working and working and working down and you've gotten 3 decimal numbers, simply stop. Do you understand? If you keep working and you have gotten 3 decimal numbers and it doesn't end here with 0, just stop dividing. It's as simple as that. You have gotten your answer already, 0.375. So you can see this is method 1 and this is method 2 of changing fractions to decimal. Do you understand? Method 1 works for denominators that can easily be converted to 10, 100, or 1000. Now, if your denominator is 2, 20, 10, 50, you can easily convert these figures. Do you understand? To either 10, 100, or 1000, as the case may be. Is that clear? All right. Now that we have gotten our answer by changing this fraction to decimal, what do? We continue. 5 plus, now 3 over 8 in the 2 workings, it gave us 0.375. Is that clear? Now, you can easily say 5 plus 0, that is to say, add up the whole numbers. Here, 5 is a whole number and 0 happens to be a whole number here because it comes before the decimal point. Any number that comes before the decimal point is a whole number. So you can just say 5 plus 0, that will give you what? 5. Then you can put your 0.375. Do you understand? But I've seen some students or some learners, they will say 5 plus 0, they will write 50.375. Please don't make that kind of mistake. 5 plus 0 is always 5, and then put your decimal point, because there's a decimal here, and then write down the decimal figure, and your answer comes as simple as that. Thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video. If you have any question, please put it at the comment section, or you can reach out to me on phone or WhatsApp. Like my video, share my video to those who need it. See you in the next class.